Listen carefully. Not fast. Not in a hurry. Just calm, simple, clear English. Because this story is not only for learning English. This story is about you. The morning that felt empty. The alarm rang at 6 a.m. Same sound. Same room. Same ceiling. But something inside Arman felt different. Not peaceful. Not excited. Just heavy. He opened his eyes slowly and looked at the light coming through the window. A beautiful sunrise was waiting outside. But inside him, there was no sunrise. Only silence. A question without an answer. He asked himself quietly, why do I feel tired, even when I sleep? Not body tired. Life tired. He was only 23. Young. Healthy. Educated. But his energy was disappearing every day. Like water leaking from a broken glass. And the worst part? He didn't know why. Everyone said the same thing. Work harder. Be positive. Stay motivated. Don't be lazy. People gave advice easily. But no one explained what was really happening inside him. Because sometimes the real problem is not outside. Sometimes the enemy is hidden in daily habits. Small habits. Quiet habits. Invisible habits. Habits that slowly, silently steal your superpower. What is a superpower? You may think superpower means flying in the sky, running faster than light, being stronger than everyone. No. Real superpower is simple. It is clear thinking, strong focus, deep confidence, calm energy, courage to act. And every human being is born with this power. Yes. You too. But what if the power is sleeping? Imagine a lion. Who forgets he is a lion? He walks like a sheep. He fears small noises. He doubts his own strength. Is the lion weak? No. His memory is weak. And many people today are living the same way. Strong inside, but asleep. Powerful mind, but trapped in habits. The day everything changed. That morning, Arman left his house without purpose. No plan. No destination. Just walking slowly through quiet streets. Sometimes when life feels confusing, walking becomes the only answer. Because movement outside helps movement inside. The old library. At the corner of the road, he saw a small old library. Dust on the windows. Faded paint. Silent door. He had passed this place hundreds of times. But today, something pulled him inside. Maybe curiosity. Maybe destiny. Or maybe the beginning of change. The man with calm eyes. Inside the library sat an old man. White hair. Simple clothes. Peaceful face. But his eyes were different. Not tired. Not worried. Alive. Like someone who understood. Something important about life. The old man looked at Arman and smiled gently. Welcome, he said softly. No long speech. No questions. Just one word. But that word felt warm. A strange feeling of safety. Arman didn't know why. But he felt comfortable there. As if the noise of the world could not enter this place. Silence. But a peaceful silence. He sat down slowly. Minutes passed. No one spoke. And strangely, that silence felt like medicine. The first real question. Finally, the old man asked, "Why are you tired, when your life has not even begun?" Arman's heart stopped for a moment. Because this was the exact question he was hiding inside. "How did you know?" he whispered. The old man smiled. "Because I was once like you. Not a lack of talent. You are not weak." The old man continued. "You are not lazy. You are not broken." Arman looked up, surprised. "Then what is wrong with me?" The old man answered slowly. "Your superpower is leaking. Through your habits." Silence again. Deep silence. Because sometimes one sentence can open a locked door in the mind. The truth most people never hear. People try to change their future. The old man said. But they ignore their daily habits. And habits are dangerous. Because they feel normal. You repeat them every day. You stop noticing them. And slowly, they shape your destiny. The list that changes lives. The old man took out a small notebook. Inside were written 10 simple lines. 10 habits, he said, that quietly destroy human power. Arman felt nervous. "What are they?" he asked. The old man closed the notebook gently. "Not so fast," he replied. "Understanding must be slow. So it becomes permanent. Learning step by step. If I tell you everything today, you will feel motivated for one night. And forget tomorrow. This is true for many people. Short motivation. Quick excitement. Fast forgetting. Real change is different. Real change is slow, deep, lasting." The first invitation. The old man looked directly into Arman's eyes. "Come tomorrow morning," he said. "Same time. Same place. I will show you." The first habit. That is stealing your strength. Arman felt something new inside. Not full happiness. Not full hope. But a small light. And sometimes, a small light is enough to begin. Night of thinking. That night, Arman could not sleep easily. His mind repeated one sentence. Your superpower is leaking through your habits. Was it true? Could small daily actions really control an entire life? If yes, then maybe change was possible. For the first time in months, he felt something unusual. Curiosity about tomorrow. Message for you, the listener. Now pause. Take a slow breath. Ask yourself honestly. Do you feel tired without reason? Do you feel stuck without knowing why? Do you feel your energy disappearing? If yes, this story is speaking directly to you. Because in the next parts, you will discover the 10 hidden habits that silently destroy human power, and how to break them, one by one. The first habit, the invisible thief of energy. Morning arrived quietly. Soft light entered Arman's room, touching the wall, touching his face, like a gentle reminder. Today matters. But something was different. For the first time in many months, he did not feel completely empty. Not fully happy. But not hopeless either. Just a small feeling. Like a candle in the dark. And small light is how every sunrise begins. The walk back to the library. He got ready slowly. No rush. No heavy thoughts. Only one question in his mind. What is the first habit? The streets were calm. Shops were opening. Birds were singing softly. Life was moving forward. Even when humans feel stuck. Sometimes the world continues to believe in us. Even when we don't believe in ourselves. The old man was already waiting. When Arman entered the library, the old man was sitting in the same place. Same peaceful face. Same calm eyes. But today, there was also a small cup of tea on the table in front of Arman. You came, the old man said gently. Arman nodded. I want to know, he replied quietly. The old man smiled. Not with excitement, but with understanding. Because real teachers never hurry. A strange first question. Instead of opening the notebook, the old man asked something unexpected. Tell me, he said softly. What is the first thing you do after waking up? Arman answered quickly. I check my phone. The old man nodded slowly, as if hearing a very familiar story. And after that? He asked. Messages, social media, videos, news. Arman stopped speaking. Because suddenly, he understood the direction of the question. The silent habit most people ignore. The old man finally opened the notebook. He pointed to the first line. Habit number 1, starting the day with noise. Silence filled the room. Arman frowned slightly. That's it, he asked. Just phone usage? The old man looked deeply into his eyes. Not phone, he said gently. Noise. Why morning is sacred? Morning, the old man explained, is the most powerful time of the human mind. Because when you wake up, your thoughts are fresh. Your emotions are soft. Your focus is clean. Your energy is pure. Morning is like new white paper. Whatever you write first stays the strongest. What most people write first. But what do most people do? The old man continued quietly. They fill the first moments with fear from news, comparison from social media, stress from messages, noise from endless scrolling. So before their real life even begins, their peace is already broken. Arman felt a deep discomfort inside. Because this truth felt painfully personal. The invisible energy leak. Energy does not disappear suddenly, the old man said. It leaks, slowly, silently, through daily patterns. And the fastest leak is starting the day with other people's voices instead of your own mind. Because when the world speaks first, you forget to listen to yourself. A simple but powerful question. The old man leaned slightly forward. Tell me honestly, he asked. After using your phone in the morning, do you feel stronger or weaker? Arman looked down. Weaker, he whispered. More confused. More slow. More tired. The old man nodded gently. Exactly. Not your fault. Do not blame yourself. The old man continued softly. This habit is everywhere. Millions of people wake up and immediately give their mind to the outside world. And slowly, they lose the ability to control their own thoughts. Not because they are weak, but because they were never taught differently. The power of a quiet morning. What if? The old man said slowly. You protect the first 30 minutes of your day. Like something sacred? No phone. No noise. No outside voices. Only breathing. Silence. Simple thinking. Calm awareness. This alone, he whispered, can change an entire life. Arman's doubt. But it feels small. Arman said quietly. How can 30 minutes change everything? The old man smiled softly. Because life is not changed by big moments. Life is changed by small daily beginnings. And mornings are beginnings of beginnings. A powerful example. Imagine two people, the old man explained. Person 1 wakes up, checks phone, feels stress, rushes the day, feels tired at night. Person 2 wakes up, breathes slowly, sits in silence, thinks clearly, starts calmly. After 30 days, their lives look completely different. Not because of luck, because of habits. The first practice. The old man closed the notebook gently. Tomorrow morning, he said, you will try something simple. Wake up, sit quietly, and do nothing for 5 minutes. No phone. No thinking about problems. Just breathing. That is all. Arman blinked in surprise. Only 5 minutes? Yes, the old man replied. Because small success creates real confidence. A feeling of possibility. For the first time, change did not feel impossible. No complicated plan. No big promise. Just 5 quiet minutes. And strangely, that felt powerful. Because simplicity is often the door to transformation. Message for you, the listener. Now ask yourself gently. What is the first thing you touch in the morning? Your phone. Or your peace? There is no judgment here. Only awareness. And awareness is the first step of power. The second habit, the silent killer of focus. The next morning arrived quietly. No loud thoughts. No heavy feeling. Just soft sunlight touching the corner of Arman's room. For the first time in a long while, he did not reach for his phone. His hand moved, then stopped. He remembered the old man's words. Protect the first minutes of your day. So he sat up slowly, placed his feet on the floor, and simply breathed. 5 minutes that felt strange. At first, it felt uncomfortable. No screen. No distraction. No fast movement. Only silence. And in silence, thoughts become louder. Old worries appeared. Random memories came. Unfinished problems tried to speak. For a moment, he wanted to escape back to his phone. But he stayed. One breath. Then another. Then another. 5 minutes passed. Something small changed. Not magic. Not excitement. Just a tiny space of calm inside his chest. And that calm felt new. Returning to the library. When he reached the old library, the door was already open. The old man looked at him, as if he already knew the answer. You tried, he said softly. Arman nodded. It was difficult, but peaceful. The old man's smile grew warmer. Good, he whispered. That means your mind is beginning to wake up. The second page of the notebook. Slowly, carefully. The old man opened the notebook again. He turned one page, then pointed to the next line. Habit number 2, living in constant distraction. Arman read the words silently. He frowned. Distraction, he asked. Everyone is distracted. Isn't that normal? The old man looked at him deeply. Yes, he said quietly. And that is the danger. When normal becomes destructive. Not everything normal is healthy. The old man continued. Sometimes society repeats a mistake. Until the mistake feels correct. Look around the modern world. People eat while watching screens. Walk while scrolling phones. Talk without listening. Study without focus. Rest without real peace. Minds are everywhere. Except the present moment. And a distracted mind can never feel powerful. The superpower of focus. True human power. The old man said slowly. Is not speed. Not talent. Not luck. It is focus. Because when focus becomes deep, learning becomes fast. Work becomes meaningful. Confidence becomes natural. Time feels longer. Results become stronger. Focus turns ordinary effort into extraordinary progress. the world that steals attention. But today, the old man continued softly, an entire industry exists to steal your attention. Apps, videos, notifications, endless scrolling, all designed for one purpose: to keep your mind busy, but empty. Arman felt a quiet shock, because he could see his own life inside those words. The feeling of a broken mind. "Tell me honestly," the old man asked gently, "when you try to focus on one task, how long can you stay fully present?" Arman thought carefully. "Maybe 2 minutes," he admitted. "Then my mind wants something else." The old man nodded slowly. "This is not laziness," he said. "This is trained distraction." How distraction destroys confidence. When a person cannot focus, the old man explained, 3 silent things happen. Work remains unfinished. Promises to self are broken. Self-trust becomes weak. And when self-trust becomes weak, confidence disappears. Not loudly, not suddenly, but slowly, quietly. Like a candle losing light. A powerful truth. "Listen carefully," the old man said in a calm voice. "Confidence is not built by success. Confidence is built by focus. Because focus creates completion. Completion creates trust. Trust creates confidence." Simple, but life-changing. Arman's realization. Memories rushed into Arman's mind. Half-read books. Unfinished goals. Broken routines. Lost motivation. Not because he lacked dreams, but because he lacked deep attention. For the first time, he did not feel shame. He felt understanding. And understanding is the beginning of healing. The second practice. The old man closed the notebook gently. "Today," he said, "you will train your focus like a muscle. One simple exercise. Choose one small task and give it 10 minutes of complete attention. No phone, no music, no switching, no escape. Only one task, one mind, one moment. That is all." The old man whispered. "Why small training works. Big goals fail." He continued softly. Because the mind is not prepared. But small focus rebuilds mental strength. Step by step. Like learning to walk again. After forgetting how. A new kind of hope. For the first time in months, Arman felt something steady. Not loud motivation. Not emotional excitement. Just quiet belief. And quiet belief lasts longer than loud promises. Because real change is usually silent. Message for you, the listener. Pause for a moment. Ask yourself gently. How often is your mind fully present? Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Now. If focus feels weak, do not worry. Focus is not a gift. It is a skill. And skills can be trained. The third habit, the hidden enemy inside you. That evening felt different. Not exciting. Not dramatic. Just peaceful. After leaving the library, Arman walked slowly through the silent streets. The world looked the same. Same buildings. Same lights. Same passing people. But something inside him was beginning to change. A very small change. So small that only silence could notice it. The 10-minute test. He remembered the old man's words. Give one task your full attention. Such a simple instruction. Almost too simple. Yet strangely, it felt difficult. When he reached home, he placed his phone on the table and chose one small task. To read 2 pages of a book. Nothing more. Nothing less. He sat down, opened the book, and began to read. The battle nobody sees. After only 1 minute, his mind tried to escape. Random thoughts appeared. Check your phone. Maybe there is a message. This is boring. You can read later. The book was still open. But his attention was already running away. This was not reading. This was fighting. A quiet fight. Between intention and habit. Staying 1 moment longer. He took a slow breath. Then another. He did not close the book. He simply stayed. For 1 more line. Then 1 more paragraph. Then 1 more minute. 10 minutes passed. Just 10. But something surprising happened. For the first time in a long while, he finished what he started. No celebration. No noise. Only a small feeling inside. Maybe I can change. And that small feeling was more powerful than loud motivation. Returning with a question. The next day, he returned to the library again. But this time, his walk was slower. Steadier. The old man looked at him carefully. You tried the focus exercise, he said softly. Arman nodded. It was hard, he admitted. My mind keeps running away. The old man smiled gently. Yes, he whispered. Because today, we speak about the deepest habit. The 3rd page of the notebook. Slowly. The notebook opened again. Another page turned. Another quiet truth waiting. The old man pointed to the words. Habit number 3, constant self-doubt. Arman's eyes stayed on the page. Self-doubt. Such a familiar feeling that he had stopped noticing it. The voice inside the mind. There is a voice. The old man said quietly. That speaks inside every human. Sometimes gentle. sometimes cruel. For many people, this voice repeats the same sentences. You are not good enough. You will fail again. Others are better than you. Why even try? And when this voice speaks every day, it becomes belief. Why self-doubt is so dangerous? Self-doubt does not shout. The old man continued. It whispers. Again and again. Until courage becomes silent. Because when a person stops believing in himself, he stops trying. He avoids opportunities. He hides his ideas. He accepts a smaller life. Not because he is weak, but because his inner voice became his enemy. A painful memory. Arman looked down quietly. Memories returned. Moments he stayed silent. Dreams he never started. Chances he allowed to pass. Not because the world stopped him, but because fear inside stopped him. His chest felt heavy. But this time, he did not run from the feeling. He listened. The truth most people never hear. The old man's voice became softer. Listen carefully, he said. Self-doubt is learned. And anything learned can be unlearned. Silence filled the room. Because this sentence felt like a door opening. In a dark place, where self-doubt begins. It often starts early. The old man explained. A harsh teacher. A careless comment. A moment of failure. Someone's comparison. Small moments. But repeated many times. And slowly, a child begins to believe. Maybe I am not enough. Years pass. The child becomes an adult. But the old belief remains, breaking the invisible chain. So how do we change it? Arman asked quietly. The old man looked at him. With calm certainty. Not by fighting the voice, he said, but by creating a new voice. A voice that says, I am learning. I am improving. Mistakes are part of growth. I deserve to try again. Soft words, repeated daily, become new belief. And new belief creates new life. The third practice. The old man closed the notebook gently. Today's exercise is simple. He said. Every time self-doubt speaks, you answer with one calm truth. Not loudly. Not angrily. Just quietly. But consistently. Because repetition is how minds are rewritten. A different kind of strength. For the first time, Arman did not feel broken. He felt hopeful. Not strong yet. Not confident yet. But moving. And movement is the beginning of power. Message for you, the listener. Pause for a moment. Listen to the voice inside your own mind. Is it kind or cruel? Is it helping you grow or keeping you small? Remember gently. You are allowed to change the voice. And when the voice changes, life changes with it. The fourth habit, the comfort that steals your future. That night was unusually quiet. No loud traffic. No restless thoughts. No heavy confusion. Just silence. Soft and deep. Arman sat near his window, watching the faint yellow lights of the sleeping city. For the first time in many months, he was not running away from himself. He was simply sitting. And sometimes, simple sitting is the beginning of real change. A question that felt uncomfortable. Inside the silence, a question slowly appeared. Why have I stayed the same for so long? Not angry. Not dramatic. Just honest. And honest questions often bring powerful answers. Memories began to rise gently. Unfinished plans. Delayed dreams. Promises made only to be forgotten. Not because life was cruel, but because something softer and more dangerous was always present. Comfort. The sweet trap of comfort. The next morning, Arman returned to the old library again. The old man was already there, as if time itself waited beside him. Without many words, he opened the notebook and revealed the next truth. Habit number 4, addiction to comfort. Arman read the words slowly. Addiction to comfort. It sounded strange at first. After all, comfort feels good, safe, peaceful. So how could something gentle become destructive? The old man watched his confusion and spoke softly. Comfort is beautiful when it is temporary. But when comfort becomes a permanent home, growth quietly disappears. How dreams begin to sleep. Look carefully at your daily life. The old man continued. Not the big moments. Not the dramatic plans. Just the small choices. Choosing rest instead of effort. Choosing entertainment instead of learning. Choosing delay instead of action. Choosing easy instead of meaningful. One small comfort does not destroy a future, but repeated comfort slowly puts dreams to sleep. Not suddenly, not loudly, just quietly. Day after day. The invisible loss. The most dangerous loss, the old man said gently, is the loss you cannot see. Because when comfort controls life, time still moves. Days still pass. Years still change. But the person remains the same. And one day, he looks back with a painful realization. I had time, but I did not use it. A silent pain in Arman's heart. Arman felt those words deep inside his chest. He remembered evenings spent scrolling without purpose. Weekends lost in laziness. Plans postponed again and again. Always saying, I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow kept moving further away. Not because he was weak, but because comfort felt easier than courage. The truth about discipline. People misunderstand discipline. The old man explained calmly. They think discipline means suffering. But real discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. It is choosing a better future over a temporary pleasure. Not loudly, not proudly, just quietly. Again and again. A powerful realization. Listen carefully, the old man said, his voice almost a whisper. Your future is created by what you choose today. When nobody is watching, silence filled the room. Because deep truths do not need many words. The fourth practice. The notebook closed softly. Today's exercise is small. The old man continued. Choose one uncomfortable action. And do it willingly. Not something big. Not something dramatic. Just one simple step. Study 10 minutes more. Wake slightly earlier. Turn off distractions sooner. Practice English when you feel lazy. Small discomfort, repeated daily, builds powerful discipline. And discipline protects dreams. A new feeling emerges. For the first time, Arman did not feel trapped inside his old habits. He felt a quiet strength beginning to grow. Still fragile. Still young. But real. And real change always begins softly. How dreams begin to sleep. Look carefully at your daily life. The old man continued. Not the big moments. Not the dramatic plans. Just the small choices. Choosing rest instead of effort. Choosing entertainment instead of learning. Choosing delay instead of action. Choosing easy instead of meaningful. One small comfort does not destroy a future, but repeated comfort slowly puts dreams to sleep. Not suddenly. Not loudly. Just quietly. Day after day. The invisible loss. The most dangerous loss, the old man said gently, is the loss you cannot see. Because when comfort controls life, time still moves. Days still pass. Years still change. But the person remains the same. And one day, he looks back with a painful realization. I had time, but I did not use it. A silent pain in Arman's heart. Arman felt those words deep inside his chest. He remembered evenings spent scrolling without purpose. Weekends lost in laziness. Plans postponed again and again. Always saying, I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow kept moving further away. Not because he was weak, but because comfort felt easier than courage. The truth about discipline. People misunderstand discipline. The old man explained calmly. They think discipline means suffering. But real discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. It is choosing a better future over a temporary pleasure. Not loudly, not proudly, just quietly, again and again. A powerful realization. Listen carefully, the old man said, his voice almost a whisper. Your future is created by what you choose today. When nobody is watching, silence filled the room. Because deep truths do not need many words. The fourth practice. The notebook closed softly. Today's exercise is small. The old man continued. Choose one uncomfortable action. And do it willingly. Not something big. Not something dramatic. Just one simple step. Study 10 minutes more. Wake slightly earlier. Turn off distractions sooner. Practice English when you feel lazy. Small discomfort, repeated daily, builds powerful discipline. And discipline protects dreams. A new feeling emerges. For the first time, Arman did not feel trapped inside his old habits. He felt a quiet strength beginning to grow. Still fragile. Still young. But real. And real change always begins softly. Message for you, the listener. Pause gently for a moment. Ask yourself honestly. Where has comfort stopped your growth? No judgment. No shame. Only awareness. Because awareness is the first step toward freedom. Remember, comfort feels safe today, but courage builds tomorrow. And your tomorrow is still waiting. Soft English practice, repeat slowly. Say these sentences calmly. I choose growth over comfort. My discipline is becoming stronger. Small actions create big change. I respect my future. I improve my English every day. Let each sentence feel steady and true. Because language practice and life change can walk together.